Hi, everybody. Hi, Fuzzy. Hi, Susan. How are you guys? It is good to see you. I can't wait until I get a camera that makes it so I can read the chat and still look like I'm talking to you. I'm not sure what that trick is yet. Sunrise, dawn. How are you, dear? How's everybody doing? It has been a very quiet. Hey, Fraud, how you doing? Very quiet few days for me. I worked with a possible new client this morning, and that went relatively well. You're tired? Oh, thank you, Fraud. You're so kind. Thank you. You're tired, Susan? I'm sorry you're tired. I am feeling I am feeling good. Um So shall we talk about it, or should we give people a minute or two to show up? Let's probably give people a minute or two to show up. Let's play a couple of questions first, y'all. Let me see what we can find. You know who we haven't seen forever is Mushiro. Ooh, this is a good one, y'all. Hey, J-Bat, how you doing? Here's a question. We'll get started on the questions, and then I'll talk about once more people get here, I'll talk about how things with the shot went a little bit. I don't want to talk about it too much. I'm going to go on live with Cheryl tomorrow night, y'all. And she and I are going to talk about our experiences with the shot because she's had it too. So we are just going to chit chat about it. And that's going to be the whole subject tomorrow. So if you are interested, I will probably. Shall I simulcast it, guys? Do you want me to simulcast it to my channel too? I suppose I could do that. I was going to just go on to Cheryl's channel. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Sunrise Dawn. I'm looking forward to it. I like Cheryl a lot. I like her a lot. She's been really helpful about understanding things about the shot and giving me some feedback. Yeah, she's hilarious. Simulcast? Okay, Fuzzy. I will simulcast. That is not a problem. That is not a problem. So this first question, what is something you never thought you'd be able to do until you actually did it? So the first thing that comes to mind is childbirth. I didn't really actually think that that was going to happen until it actually did. I think that's the biggest one. But the second one after that would be grad school, y'all, and I'm not done yet. I have 4 classes left. I'm not done yet. Oh, that's so fun, Sunrise. That's really sweet. Um, Brain Fog calls me not aunt because she reminds me of her aunt. So she calls me her not aunt. So, what about you guys? What is something you never thought you'd be able to do until you actually did it? What do you guys think? I think that's a good question. Tell me, tell me. I'm dying to know. And in the meantime, while I'm waiting for you guys to think about that, marry a girl? Really? I am sorry, Fuzzy. Hey, Samantha, how are you? I suppose we didn't think that would be able to happen, did we? It's amazing how much things have changed, haven't they, Fuzzy? That's an excellent one. Samantha, we are answering the question, writing a book and having it published and having your own YouTube channel. Shout out to the Supreme Court. Tell me more, Fuzzy. You made it home. I am glad, Samantha. Get up in front of a big audience and teach a class at work. Congratulations, Susan. I'm sure you'd be excellent at it. I think you're probably better at that sort of thing than you think. Samantha, I'm really glad you made it home. I'm really glad you made it home. Okay, next question. If I can find the reading glasses again. This print is so tiny, you all. You would not believe it. Next question. I did say hi to you, Samantha. I did. I did say hi to you. I am sorry that you missed it. Ooh, here's a good one. What is the biggest difference between this generation of kids and older people? What is the biggest difference between this generation of kids and older people? So, I have to clarify here because we are, my husband and I, elder Gen Xers. Okay, Sunrise Dawn. The way they were raised? Yeah, I think so, Susan. And the culture, right? The internet, lack of respect and no discipline. I don't know that that's true about all kids. That's not what I see in my kids, Fraud. Do you see that? They do know a lot. They do know a lot and they think they know everything, but I'm not sure if that's new. I'm pretty sure that when we were kids, we thought we knew everything and had no respect. I think I think we don't teach respect. I know one of the things that you knew nothing. Yeah, I know, J-Bat. I totally know that one. Go along with how they were raised, like Susan said. Yeah, yeah. I mean, one of the things I noticed most living in a small bedroom community, um, in the 2000s, we had an email list for the community, and it was interesting what I noticed. I noticed parents always complaining about all the bullying in the schools, but then you'd see parents doing the bullying on the email list, and sometimes they were the same parents asking where the bullying was coming from. Does that make sense? Yes, your granddaughter knows way more than you did at 16, and she is 8. I I know my daughter wears things to school that my mother, oh my goodness, my mother would have lost her mind. What do you think, Fraud? I just I think that we don't value that they don't children don't see us valuing the opinion of our elders. We ourselves aren't valuing the opinion of our elders, right? We're not listening to boomers and the greatest generation as Gen X is. Millennials aren't listening. We discard our elders. We don't have respect for what they have to say. And so I think they're just in some ways following the model of what we do. I don't know. I think kids, they're pretty amazing. I don't know. The kids I see are pretty fired up about things, but they're also, some of them don't really remember before the pandemic. I don't know. It's really hard. Maybe that wasn't a good question to ask. Let me find the next one. You 100% respect my parents. They're 86 and 88. Wow, that's amazing. They have seen and know everything. J-Bet, they sound like they're amazing parents. Sorry, guys, I'm looking for questions to ask. Okay, Fraud. Working on these questions are hard. Ooh, here we go, guys. Guys, if you have go ahead if you have questions about the shots that you wanna ask me, because I don't quite know what to say. So if you have questions, if you have specific questions or something you want me to talk about, just holler. Put them up there. So this next one says, if you could use a time machine, would you rather have one that would goes back in time or goes forward in time? Would you rather have a time machine that goes back in time or one that goes forward in time? What do you guys think? Back? Why do you think back, Susan? That's interesting. Back, huh? Why do you guys want back? Interesting. I think I'd want one that goes forward in time. And I think I'd want one that goes forward in time because then I know, I mean, it's like knowing the future, right? See your grandparents that passed before you were born. Oh, Susan, only 3 weeks. You need to make a different life choice about work. Fuzzy. I hope that's not a bad thing. And I hope that it goes better. I am sorry about that if it's a bad thing. See your grandparents that passed before you were born. That would be amazing, Susan. That would be amazing. That's a good reason. Your back forward scares you? Yeah, forward makes me a little nervous too. If you asked 3 weeks ago, you would have said forward? Ha, 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 Fuzzy, that's funny. Some of these questions are hard. Let's try this one. What is the most trivial thing about which you have a strong opinion? What is the most trivial thing about which you have a strong opinion? Hmm. Well, 3 weeks ago, Fuzzy, you could have gone forward and known that the decision you made about work was the wrong one, and then you wouldn't have made that decision, right? That's why I want the forward one. That's exactly that's exactly 8, those little thingies. There we go. People that smack when they eat. Ah, people that eat with your eat with their mouths open. Yeah, that's probably one of mine. That's a good one, Fraud. That's an excellent one. Oh, Susan, I can understand that one too from both sides. I can understand that one, but from both sides. Not giving them Coke. You have a strong opinion to not give them Coke, though. I totally understand that. Yep. I totally understand that. Not when they're babies. Not when they're babies. It's not good for their teeth for sure. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. I should just leave these reading glasses on or I'm gonna be taking them on and off the whole time. It's okay, Sunrise Dawn. You tell us, Sunrise Dawn. What is the most trivial thing about which you have a strong opinion? I'm with fraud on this one. That or people who make repetitive noises make me a little bit nuts. People that make repetitive noises make me a little bit nuts. Here's the next one. This is a good one. What do you guys think? Can people really change? Can people really change? The phosphoric acid in the colas leaches calcium off the bones, so never give that to children as they are building their skeleton. Yep, exactly. Exactly, Amy. How are you doing, girl? Miracle is attacking your head. Hi, Becky. How are you? Okay, guys, the question on the table is, can people really change? Yes, but it's pretty rare. Yes, if they want to. I think that's true too. I think people can change. Tommy is really an excellent example. People can change, and I think it's vitally important that we always leave open the opportunity for people to change. I am doing kind of okay, Becky. I am still oops, my chair is going all the way back and I don't want it to go all the way back. Let me fix that. Some people can, some people can't. Is it some people can and some people can't, or some people will and some people won't? I'm not sure if I mean, I don't know if it matters if it's can or won't. Probably that's a silly distinction, huh, Amy? So Becky, I am feeling pardon me. I am feeling good. I am still sort of trying to sort out and determine what, if anything, the shot made a difference with. And it's only been 30 hours. It's only been 30 hours. I did not. Becky is your OSA bunkmate. You don't think change, but they'll bring out their best or worst as needed? Hmm. I think people can change. Um, yeah, I got the shot, Becky. I got the first one yesterday. Fraud, some people have an instantaneous difference. Yes. Some people feel an instantaneous difference. but what he explained is they start with the right side, um, they do the right side first, but some people have a bigger effect on the left side than they do on the right side for whatever reason. And so, um, thank you, Becky. Thank you. I think I think I'm having fewer automatic negative thoughts. I think that's one thing that's going on. Um, there's something different, but it's difficult. I can't quite put a finger on what's different. Um, I think everything feels a little bit calmer, just like a little more chill. Um, I look more relaxed. Well, that's good, Susan. It's a good different. It's quiet. You think I looked more relaxed? Sure it's not just the makeup, y'all, or the filters? I look more at peace. Yeah, I think there's something going on. I just can't. The next shot is scheduled for a week from tomorrow. So I'll get the next one on my left side. He did have we did have a little bit of problem because I forgot it is it is a known thing by anesthesiologists that redheads can be anesthesia resistant. And I forgot to explain I'm a redhead because it's not always fully apparent anymore, especially when I wear my hair up. Um, so he ended up he gave me the dose and we weren't getting much of a Horner's response. So even with the full dose, there wasn't there wasn't much of a Horner's response. But I don't know. I keep yes. Less pain tolerance and more anesthesia resistance. It's very weird. And I forgot to tell him I was a redhead. The minute I told him I was a redhead, he's like, "Oh, now this all makes sense. Let's fix that." It didn't hurt at all. I was terrified, Becky. I was terrified that it would really hurt. I asked him if it would hurt as much as an epidural, and he said, "No, those really, really hurt. This isn't gonna hurt that much." And it really didn't. It was a teeny, tiny needle. And, It just went in and it didn't hurt. There was a pinprick. There was definitely a pinprick, but it wasn't painful, if that makes sense. It was just a pinprick, and a not painful one at that with a teensy tiny needle. Um, if that makes sense. I was worried because as he was doing the ultrasound, he said that my fascia in my neck was very thick and that was a result of the inflammation and scarring from the inflammation. Um, and so then I was afraid because he was ultrasounding it before he'd started anything, and when he said it was really thick, it made me more afraid that it would hurt more, but it didn't it didn't hurt. I It didn't hurt at all. Not not enough to even make me hold my breath. It was getting my blood drawn hurts more. It didn't hurt. Any other questions, y'all? You guys really think I look more relaxed, huh? That's cool. Ooh. Wait, what? Epidurals hurt? You scheduled for one on Tuesday. I've been putting off. Um, no, they don't hurt, Becky. It's not like a bad hurt. It's a pinch. It's a pinch. It's just a pinch. It won't hurt, I promise. Don't worry. Yes. Yes. Cheryl specifically asked me about that. She felt like she could breathe. I feel lopsided, and I'm not sure. Mm, I don't know what probably, Amy. You are more scared of an epidural than giving birth. I feel you right there, J Bat. I concur. I concur. I was more scared of an epidural than um does it feel like you were out of a Becky? Out of a fog. Um Maybe. Yeah, when they take your blood, that's what I figured out you meant, Amy. It hurts less than a venipuncture, and an epidural would feel more like a venipuncture when they take your blood. An epidural, I think, feels more like that. This felt like it was a teensy tiny needle. They were using a really tiny needle. It hurt less than getting your blood taken. Does it feel like I'm out of a fog? You didn't want an epidural at first until the contractions started hitting hard? Then I told the nurse to get your drugs. Sunrise Dawn, that's hilarious. The best thing so with my 2 younger children, my labor was induced with both of them. And the really great thing about having labor induced is that when labor is induced, you can have your epidural as early as you want it. So you don't have to wait until you're sufficiently dilated if you're on Pitocin. So I got my epidural very early on when I thought like it maybe might be starting to hurt is when I asked for the anesthesiologist. You didn't do it, J-Bat? You gave birth without the epidural? I'm so impressed. You're really scared of the epidural. I had the epidural for child number 4, but it wasn't inserted right, and they didn't figure out it wasn't inserted right until it was too late, so I gave birth to my youngest, without any epidural. I've done it every which way. You were scared, no epidural. The epidurals are kinda scary, Amy. I was really afraid of the epidural. Hell, I was terrified. You know what scared me the most? I was terrified of being catheterized. Terrified of being catheterized. I thought it would be the most painful thing ever. Wouldn't let them come near me with a catheter. No way. No how. Not happening. I know, Amy, I agree, but sometimes you were induced for both. The instant the contractions started with your youngest, you were calling for the epidural. Yes. Yes, Sunrise Dawn. You have a high pain tolerance? I'm impressed, J-Bat. I am impressed. That is pretty cool. You guys, I do think I'm more relaxed. I do think I'm more relaxed, but it's a very it's it's so much nothing I can put my finger on. It's very strange. So if you're seeing it too, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, next question. Your mom mowed the lawn while in labor with your sister. She's more woman than I'll ever be. Wow, Sunrise Dawn. You went 34 hours of back dry labor. It wasn't until I was told I needed a C-section that I was allowed to be given an epidural. I was induced after 24 hours of my water breaking. Wow, Becky. With my first, I was in labor for 3 days and I was 9.5 centimeters dilated, but not fully effaced, and I would not fully efface. And so, uh, since I wasn't fully effaced and it wouldn't fully efface, he was a C-section because I'd been in labor for 3 days. My doctor was terrified I'd just be exhausted. So, your nurse mom read you the book Where Babies Come From when I was 5 years old, and I said, "That's never happening to me." Sure did. Oh, Fuzzy, you crack me up. You crack me up. That's never happening to me. Yeah. Hi. Ah, no face. You're cracking me up. How you doing, no face? It's good to see you, hon. What's the drink tonight, sweetheart? Okay. Would you prefer the superpower of Zoom vision or Zoom hearing at will? Would you prefer the superpower of Zoom vision or Zoom hearing? Which would you guys prefer? I think that's a lovely question. Hearing or seeing? I think I would prefer hearing. Yeah, Amy, I'm with you. Vision, huh? That's interesting. Probably because you can see their mouths, right? Zoom hearing, you're nosy, huh? I totally go more towards hearing because 'cause I'm nosy too. Vision, huh? Sunrise, dawn? That's really an interesting one. You hit 40 and you can't see shit anymore? You see me with my reading glasses, J-Bat? I hit 50 and that happened. Done. Reading glasses for everything. You had a doula, so she helped with the breathing? That's excellent, Becky, I'm glad. Yeah, I can't see anything without my glasses, and these little cards I printed are so tiny. You guys can't believe how tiny they are. Look at this. I printed them 4 to a page because there's like 200 of them. 6 eye surgeries in a year and your vision is crap. See how tiny that is? See how tiny? Vision, too much negativity to listen to. That's good too, Becky. Ooh. Yeah, it is tiny. It's teensy tiny. Yeah, sunrise dawn. It's hard for me to see even with my reading glasses on. They are tiny, tiny. Okay, guys, here's the big question. Does free will actually exist? Does free will actually exist? We're a lot alike, except I'm smarter. Susan, you're really sweet. I think you are plenty smart and much kinder than I am. Yes, exactly, Sunrise Dawn. We're both very smart. You think it does? I think free will exists too. Um, I think it does. I do not believe in predestination, and I do not necessarily believe that we are just a computer simulation. Um, I think the free will is bounded, but I think will is always going to be bounded. Um, by all I mean, I think that's just a circumstance of life, is that that will free will is going to be bounded. It needs to be bounded in order for there to be society, I guess. But I think you do have choices, and I think that's important. That's important to remember. Even the Scientologists who aren't leaving, it's not that they don't have a choice, it's that they think that the choice of staying is less bad than the choice of leaving, right? It's not about what's the better choice. It's often about what's the less bad choice sometimes. Okay. Next one. What would you buy if you won $1,000,000? And what would you buy if you won $1,000,000,000? So what is it, guys? If you won the $1,000,000 lottery and it was just $1,000,000, what would you buy? I think I'd probably pay off my house. I don't know. Maybe I'd buy a new car. $1,000,000 isn't very much money. So I would want to talk to the attorney before I bought much. Because $1,000,000 would go awfully quick. Awfully quick. Whereas I don't want it to disappear. Yeah, a couple of cars, maybe, Amy. Maybe not even that. A big house with lots of puppies and kitties? That sounds nice, J-Bat. Might relocate us somewhere where housing prices are less. Buy your son a house for his big family and pay off what little I owe. Susan, that's amazing. Yeah, that's probably what I'd do is I'd buy a house big enough for all of us to live in. Property, something. So what about $1,000,000,000, y'all? That's a different I know, $1,000,000. Hey, big chief man, it is good to see you. It sure has been a while. How are you doing? Welcome in. I know, Becky, it's not very much. That's why I was like, I'm gonna wanna talk to the attorney first, because $1,000,000 in LA isn't very much. But how about this? This one's more of a dreamer, guys. What would you buy if you won $1,000,000,000? If I won $1,000,000,000, I would buy a house. I would buy a house and I'd buy my children houses if I won $1,000,000,000. I would buy a house and I would buy my children houses and I'd probably buy cars. And then I would talk to the attorney. That's what I would do with $1,000,000,000. How about you guys? How about you guys? And a house on a lake and a boat. Nice, Susan. What kind of boat? A sailboat or a power boat? Buy an RV and travel and take care of all your family. Ooh, I like that plan, J Bat. That's an excellent plan. I really like that plan. I've thought about that one a lot. That would be a lot of fun. Buy an RV and travel. I've always wanted to do that all over the country. Pontoon. Nice, Susan. I love pontoon boats. You'd buy your entire block and gift the deeds. Big Chief. You are a mensch. You are a mensch. That is excellent. Buy your entire block and gift the deeds. People struggle so much nowadays. Things are so hard. Generosity is overwhelming, you guys. Generosity is overwhelming. A ranch in Tulum with houses for each of your siblings and take mom home. That would be lovely, Becky. That would be lovely. Ooh, a billion. Give my parents a couple million, give your sister a million or so. Give my sister-in-laws some money, buy a big house on lots of land, a few horses, and open an animal rescue. There you go, Sunrise Dawn. You're on it. You'd pay for Brooke to go to California to meet Eric Rader. That would be excellent. That would be excellent. That's so sweet. Like I said, the generosity, even imaginary, the generosity is overwhelming, you guys. Pardon me? Okay, here we go. What's a famous Eric's in Vegas right now? That's cool. Is he going to protest at the Vegas org? You'd also do some traveling to meet my RSPTV family. That would be lovely, Sunrise Dawn. You'll adopt all the puppies and we'll have a rescue set up that we can just adopt from. That would be excellent. So the next one, y'all. What is a famous superpower that you never want? What is a famous superpower that you don't want? I don't want super speed. I wouldn't want to be like the Flash. I don't want that. That's not one I want. That that one doesn't appeal to me, to be able to go super fast. I don't. How about you guys? What do you think? Bubba? Mind reading. Supersonic scream. Why is that even a power? Mind reading? Yeah, I don't want mind reading either, Becky. That would I would think that would be difficult to be able to read everybody's mind. Supersonic scream? Yeah. Who has that, Sunrise Dawn? I can't remember who has that. Oh, you guys, you have to see the new bag I got. You wanna see it? Look. Isn't it cute? Isn't she cute? New bag. I need some lip gloss. Then we'll go on to the next question. Did any of you guys catch Nora today? You don't wanna turn into Hulk and rip all your clothes off? Yeah, Hulk is not one I want either. That seems a little excessive, Susan. Hulk is definitely not one that I want. Shrieky on the Care Bears? Oh, that was a superpower? The Care Bears had superpowers? Thanks, Becky. Ability to light things on fire with your mind. The planet would be burning. Ah, Fuzzy, you're hilarious. Yes, J-Bat, I don't want to know people's thoughts either. That's like a nightmare. What did you guys think? I only caught the beginning where she was talking about that she's not going to be on SPTV space anymore and that she and Aaron are not friends, which I was more emotional about than I expected to be. I have no good reason to be emotional about Nora and Aaron's relationship, and yet here I am. Shrieky is one of the villains on there. Your daughter loves Care Bears, and Shrieky drives me bonkers. That would make me crazy. Sunrise Dawn, especially if my child shrieked. I can't even with shrieking children. That would be the thing I'm petty about. Shrieking children. More even than chewing with your mouth open is shrieking children. You were sad too. It saddened you, but I completely respect her decision. I respect her decision, Becky. Absolutely. I mean, it's her decision. Totally and completely. Um, it's really hard, isn't it, Fraud? It's really hard to watch things break and shatter apart. It's very sad. It's very sad to watch things break and shatter in real time. You know, we used to talk about how this is real, true reality television. Um, and it is. It's real, true reality television. You thought things would possibly get better and you think they got worse? Yeah, J-Bat. I'm Orion, leave it. I don't know what happened. It's certainly none of my business. Um, I completely respect her decision, of course, absolutely. I was just unexpectedly saddened. I did not expect to be caught up in this relationship. And I agree. In the long run, she will spread the word about Scientology. She does an excellent job at it. And yes, I totally want her to be happy. So if this is her decision, then I support it. I just I was shocked that I was um so sad about it. It really bummed me out. So, I think it's It's really a sad thing when relationships end. Um, I think that's a really sad thing, and it should be recognized and mourned because it's a loss. What are you doing? Bubba, do you have to get into everything? Come here. Would you guys like a puppy? Is it puppy time? We are at Fourth Minnesota goodbye time. Come here. Come here. Come here. Here he is, guys. There he is. Look at that. First Minnesota goodbye, you guys. Look at him. No, not licking my face. Yeah, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Yeah. Say hi to everybody. I don't even know if they can hear me talk anymore. Hmm? Yes, there he is. You don't want to look at the camera? Now there's a look at the camera. There's a look at the camera. Yeah, fraud. He doesn't want to look at the camera. He's no licking. No licking. Come here. Okay. He's shy, fraud. No licking my face. No. 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 Thank you, Bubba. Looking up so there he is, guys. There he is. J-Bat! Look at you! Thank you for becoming a member, J-Bat. Welcome to Buds. Welcome to Buds. I gotta figure out. Oh, Orion, no. I gotta figure out a member thing. Ah, well, it did apparently. Apparently, it did. I hadn't noticed either. Guys, I need to figure out what do you guys want for a membership benefit? Is there something else I can do for members for a membership benefit that you would like? Let me know. Orion, can you stop? Thank you. Thank you. We have a puppy for a minute. Yes, I know you've been MIA, J-Bat. Nice to see you. I have missed you. Leave it, Orion. Seriously, stop. Stop, stop, stop. Stop, stop, stop. Thank you. That's a good boy. A members only Q&A. We could do that, Sunrise Dawn. If you guys think you want a members only Q&A, I'm happy to do that. That would be fun. We could try a members only Q&A. We could also try a members only Zoom call like Reese does. I'd be happy to do that if you guys prefer that. You want a members only monthly Zoom call? Or we could do a Q&A. Let me know. Hi, Ryan. Let me check something, you guys. And then we'll go on to the next question. You think that would be better? We could do that. Just a moment. Okay, I will figure something out and we will do it before the end of the month. This month. Those wonderful buds you made, J-Bat. They're beautiful. I really appreciate you guys. J-Bat deserves all the credit for the member emojis. Um, and if I haven't publicly thanked J-Bat for that, please accept my very grateful appreciation for making all those emojis for me, J-Bat. I really appreciate it. Papa, Bud, Xenu Marlene, Margarita, Minnesota Goodbye, Study Time, Squirrels, Bud, Fuchsia, Wheelchair, J-Bat gets the trophy. Let's see. What is something? I'm glad you enjoy making them, J-Bat. I'm glad you enjoy making them. Ooh. If you could have an extra door to your house that opened to anywhere, where would you choose for it to be? If you could have an extra door in your house that opened to anywhere, where would you choose for that to be? I expect I would give different answers to this question. Heaven, that's a really nice one, Sunrise Dawn. I would have it open next to my best friend's house so that I could see him and be with him. Since he can't travel or communicate anymore. The beach, that would be lovely, Susan. That would be lovely. I would love a door to the beach. A nice white sandy beach where it's always 76 degrees and sunny. Just warm enough. Just warm enough. But not too warm. The beach would be lovely. The beach would be really lovely. What about the rest of you? If you could have a door on your house that opened anywhere, no hurricanes. I agree, no hurricanes. I will agree with no hurricanes. To heaven to visit your dad? I'm that one's an excellent one, Becky. That one's an excellent one. Your little brother's house. Oh, Fuzzy, that's so sweet. I'm glad you and your brother are so close. That's always nice to see when siblings are close. Your second choice would be somewhere near all of your family's homes in Florida. I can understand that. Your kids' homes? Yes, J-Bat. I am very lucky in that all of my children live relatively close by because I am certain otherwise that is what it would be. I would have a door close to my kids' homes. Mhm. Yeah. I would need several doors. Anybody else have any great answers to that question? I think that's a great question. Where would you have a door to? Let's see what else we can find here. Looking for another question. That's the problem with these list of questions. They're not all great. What is the most frequent thought you've had this week? New York and Vegas? That would be great, J-Bat. Talked to your oldest daughter today and you were talking baby stuff. It's really starting to hit you now that you're about to be a grandma. When's she due, Sunrise Dawn? Remind me when she's due. It's happening anytime, isn't it? It's happening anytime. What is the most frequent thought you've had this week? I know it's so exciting, isn't it, Fuzzy? I can't wait. I hear it's just the best thing ever to be a grandmother. Just the best thing ever. A door to an enchanted forest. I love that, Becky. Quitting your job. I am sorry, Fuzzy. It's bedtime, so of course Jasper has the zoomies. Today is Jasper's gotcha day. You've had him for a year. So his birthday, he's 4 today. That's congratulations. Babies, indeed. The end of November. Wow, that's coming up so fast, Sunrise Dawn. It's coming up so fast. Okay, so Fuzzy's most recent thought over the last week has been quitting their job. My most common thought this week, my most frequent thought, I think, has been about getting the shots. "Oh, you're so good." Yeah, I'm really sorry, Fuzzy. I'm sorry your job is sucking right now. That's that's unfortunate, and I hope it gets better soon. Your 2.5-year-old was watching you fix her lunch, and she just says, "Grammy, I love you." Aw, Susan. It melts my heart too. That's so adorable. That's really adorable. So I think the most frequent thought I've had this week has been about the shot in one way or another. How it was gonna be, what it was gonna be like, if it was gonna hurt, whether it was gonna make a difference. Um, I don't know. I really think as I think about it, the automatic negative thoughts are just they're not as bad, y'all. They're not as bad. They're not as hurtful. They're not as painful. Um, I can have those thoughts come up and go through my head without the attendant pain, if that makes sense. One of your most frequent thoughts about has been getting your husband's meds adjusted so he'll stop being so mean. Yes, Sunrise Dawn. That's really important. I'm sorry that's going on. Yours is about to going to see family in Texas next week. That is adorable. I'm sorry, J-Bat. I am really sorry. I pray that your father recovers quickly and easily. You're lucky to have him, and I hope he gets better. I really do. I'm glad that you appreciate them so much. It's really important to appreciate your parents, y'all. Really important, and I'm not saying that because 'cause I'm a parent. Okay, see what else. What's something you are terrible at? Will you improve one day? I am terrible at finishing things, you guys. I really suck at it. And I guess I don't know if I'll get better someday. No, she doesn't deserve it, and he can't help it, and that's what makes it so hard. So I'm really sorry, Dawn. Yeah, sending you all of the hugs. I'm really sorry, Sunrise Dawn. I didn't see this. Thank you all. His bipolar has gotten way out of control lately, and he turns into someone I don't even know. That's so hard, Sunrise. I hope that you're in good contact with the doctors. Your mother-in-law would have been 85 yesterday. She's been gone a little over 6 years, and it was 6 years ago yesterday we found out you were pregnant with your youngest. Congratulations. Your mom would have been 85. It's so hard when they're gone. Sorry, y'all. I miss my dad so much. It's hard for me to put it into words. Um, so yeah. The question is, what's something you are terrible at? And will you get better? Good, good sunrise, Dawn. I'm so happy. Get you referred. Get it done and quickly. What is something you are terrible at, and will you improve one day? That is the question, Susan. You're terrible at saying no, procrastinating. Yeah. I am terrible at completing things. I am terrible at completing things. That is very much me. Very hard. Will I change one day? I hope to. I hope to. It's one of the things it's one of the things I'm hoping the treatment will help with, is making it easier for me to have executive function and pay attention and all of that. Organization. Will you ever get better at it? Not likely. Yeah, I'm really good at organization, except when it comes to me. I have a terrible time organizing me. I can organize everything else. I just need to start pretending that I'm everybody else, I guess, and apply those same rules that I would apply for everybody else to me. You train yourself with the cell phone salespeople at Sam's Club. Train yourself at saying no. That's hilarious, Fuzzy. Is it working for you? Is it working for you? I'm curious. Well, guys, this is probably your house has used to be perfectly clean. Now you can't make yourself do it. Susan, I relate to that. I can't make myself do it. I can't make myself do things. I can't make myself do things anymore. It's very hard. I don't know what it is. Um, it's one of the things I'm hopeful that the treatment will help. We will see. We will see. I'm also really hopeful for all the people that I know who are suffering, who would taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, and probably not. Yeah, J-Bat, I feel you. I feel you completely. I guess I don't know. Is it depression? Is it You don't know if he will sunrise well? Come here, Ryan. Come on. It's depression, yeah. What do you think would make him do it, Sunrise Dawn? Does he know how much his depression and bipolar affects you? I mean, he's gotta know that, right? I think the fact that it's a one and done treatment, that would be fine, Sunrise. He could ask questions, or you could ask the questions he has. Um, no, they did not get fed. No, the cats did not get fed. I did not feed the cats. Hubby is home and asking if I fed the cats. That is why I am answering. I am not talking to a ghost. I was hoping that maybe Soda would come to visit. Yes, you can totally. That would be great, Sunrise Dawn. We can talk about it and answer any questions that people have. Maybe I'll notice a bigger difference by tomorrow. Well, hi, SPC. How are you? He's seen you cry way too many times. Good morning. It's good evening here, SPC. Your guess would be he'll watch it on replay. Okay, Sunrise Dawn. That would be fine too. I watch a lot on replay. Mostly because I like watching things at double speed because I can watch more in less time. So I often am watching at 2x. That's why I like to watch on replay. What celebrity? What celebrity do you most admire? What celebrity do you most admire? We were talking about this a little bit. I don't know how we got on the subject. We weren't talking about this subject, but this celebrity came up in Brain Fog stream. Exactly, Fuzzy. Fuzzy's on it. Exactly her, Dolly Parton. What celebrity do I most admire? Dolly Parton. Carol Burnett. That's a good choice. She's amazing. She's amazing. Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers. There you go. Rod, we will see you later. Take care. Guys, we went right through the second Minnesota goodbye. We sped right through it. We're coming up real strong on the third Minnesota goodbye. Good night, Prod. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later on tonight. Yes, you did tell us that, Sunrise. And I think it was you that told me that Lodge Cast Iron was doing a partnership with Dolly Parton. Did all y'all know that? Check this out. Let me show you this. This is so cool. So check this out. Can you guys see that? No. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. Just give me a second. I'll be right back. Mm. Mhm. Am I back? Am I back? Sorry, guys. I don't know what's wrong. I'm very frustrated. I am very, very frustrated. Okay, let's look. Let's see if we can look. Come on. Cross fingers. Nope, can't look. Don't know why. Very weird. I'm okay, you guys, if you both need to go. In fact, we can, oh, now it wants to do it. J Bat, it's been lovely chatting. Carry on. How are you? How are you, Janet? You win. You win. You are the first person to show up after the third Minnesota goodbye, even if I didn't say it. It's third Minnesota goodbye. Yes, you are. You're showing up at the third Minnesota goodbye. How are you? It is really good to see you. We have been talking about all manner of fun things. Um, yeah, carry on wins. J Bat, sleep well, and I hope you are well rested and have a wonderful day tomorrow. Oh, Sunrise, everyone's good, I think, Janet. Everyone's good. Oh, you guys. You guys. He's here. Soda is here. He has arrived. Come here. He has arrived. See? He has arrived. Soda wins the award for showing up after the third Minnesota goodbye. Okay, guys. Here's a soda cat for you. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Is that a cat or what? Look at him. See if you can get a good shot of his face. He's a huge baby. He is a huge baby. Indeed, he is. Orion, what are you into that you oughtn't be? Let's so everybody. There's your handsome face. There's your handsome face. Such a big boy you are. Yeah, such a big boy. He will sit here with me for ages. He is drooling all over me, y'all. Just so you know, he is a drooler. All the white cats I've ever had have been droolers. There you go, guys. Scotch is Scotch is harder to make happen. Scotch isn't my cat. Scotch is very much my husband's cat. Good night, Susan. Members only Scotch. We could do that, Fuzzy. I'm sure we could make that happen. There's Soda straight on, guys. That's a great view of him. Okay, we'll have a members only live and have Scotch arrive. He won't stay very long. He won't stay very long. You guys getting the purring? Is the mic picking up his purring? A members only Scotch stream. We can do that, you guys. We can do that. That would be fun. That would be fun. You guys, can you hear him purring? Okay, guys. I think it is time. Dream about winning $1 billion and quitting your job while having super zoom vision and saying no a lot. There you go, Fuzzy. Oh, that'll be excellent, Sunrise Dawn. Fuzzy, sleep well. Dream about winning $1 billion and quitting your job. Super zoom vision. Saying no a lot. That's a good thing to practice. Hey, Mary, how are you? It is really good to see you. How are things? Sunrise Dawn, I think that would be amazing. Why does she done what she is not you are not her favorite? Is that what it is, Sunrise Dawn? It's always a pleasure, Fuzzy. It's always a pleasure. Much hugs. Hugs and hugs and hugs to you and yours, dear. Mary, what's new with you? Sleep well, Sunrise Dawn. Sleep well. Rest well. Wake up rested in the morning. That would be excellent. And I think with that, guys, with the cat purring quietly in the background, the cat cat is right under the camera, y'all. Oops. The cat is right under the camera. See? Right under the camera. She's very, very much Scott's cat. A woman was mean to her before Scott rescued her. She knows he saved her. Oh, that's so sweet, Sunrise Dawn. That's really sweet. Okay, you guys. I'm going to go. It is very late for me, and I haven't had, well, it's not very late, but it's very late for me to have not had dinner. I haven't had any dinner, so I am going to go get some dinner. And I will see you all on the flip side Saturday morning, if not before, okay? Take care, y'all. Hugs and hugs.